Enter scenes right out of a Jane Austen novel. A&E Home Video invites you to a sneak preview of our original miniseries. Pride and Prejudice is a splendid adaptation, supremely civilized fun, a masterful television miniseries, just the best, a joy.
Beautiful.
One of the most loved novels of all time comes to home video, an A&E original, Pride and Prejudice.
Action.
Filmed entirely on location in some of England's most beautiful countryside, the making of Pride and Prejudice presented an abundance of both challenges and triumphs to all involved in its creation.
Jane Austen has, like every writer, she's got her own specific area that she's particularly concerned with, and what we're trying to do is to recreate her vision.
Well, you have a sweet room here. I think you will never want to leave Netherfield now you are come here.
I believe I should be happy to live in the country forever.
It was through exacting preparation and rehearsal that scenes such as these were created.
It is a wonderful romantic comedy.
A magnificent miniseries with something for everyone. An A&E original, Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, now available from A&E Home Video.
I think the activities of this committee are un-American. That's what's un-American.
You're out of order. Just answer the question. Are you going to answer the question?
Congressman, I think I already answered that question.
Are you now or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? Just answer the question. Are you now or have you ever been?
Miss Hellman? Oh, excuse me. Miss Hellman. I'm Joe Rao.
Last we meet. I tend to overpack, so you'll have to advise me on how to dress for this occasion.
Let's see you settled first, and we'll go over to my office for a chat. Ever been in Washington before?
Oh, yes. First time I dined at the White House. President Roosevelt asked me for my autograph. I suppose I can't expect quite as friendly a reception this time.
The way the House Un-American Activities Committee works is like this. Heads they win, tails you lose. Either way, they beat your brains in. If you answer all their questions, including informing on your friends past and present, they'll proclaim you a good American. If you refuse to answer their questions, they hold you in contempt of Congress and send you to jail.
I'm not prepared to go to jail. Hammett says I couldn't handle that. He knows me better than I know myself.
Okay, that narrows your choices. You can invoke your constitutional rights.
I don't want to take the fifth. I'm prepared to tell them anything they want to know about me. Anything at all. Isn't that enough?
I wish it were, but what you want to do is not possible.
Tell me why.
Well, nobody, not even that kangaroo court over there, can force you to testify against yourself. But once you tell them about your political life, you've waived your right to remain silent.
Well, where is the harm in that?
You can't draw a line when they start asking you about other people.
Give names.
And if you refuse to answer then, that's when you go to jail, which, as your lawyer, you've instructed me to keep you out of. You see the problem?
I'm not ashamed of anything I've ever done. Now, they say they want honest, complete testimony. I'll give them that, if they guarantee not to ask me to give names. You could ask them. Has anyone ever asked them?
I got a better idea. You're a writer, Miss Hellman. A most eloquent one. Why don't you write a letter? I'll get it over to them. We'll find out if they're willing to accept an offer like that.
Whom would I address it to? Damn it, Dash. This is the first time I've had to write anything really important without you around.
What makes you so sure you're a writer?
I don't believe it, Arthur. We had to take a limousine to get across the street. Why couldn't we just walk? Does nobody walk?
In Hollywood, only nobody's walk.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Blossom Room of the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel is proud to present Bing Crosby.
We've played the game.
Who's that?
Of stay
Oh, that's
away.
Dashiell Hammett. You know, the writer of...
But it costs more
Happy hunting.
than I could pay. Without you, I can't make my way. I surrender.
If I accept this, are you going to want special favors in return?
Absolutely.
All I do is neck on the first date.
Give me back my cigarette.
Well, sometimes I'll make an exception.
I surrender.
I'm allergic to baritones myself.
That makes two of us.
Must have been part of the game.
Take Powder Jones.
You sound like a character out of one of your gangster novels.
I am. I'm all of them. So, can I offer you the hospitality of the house?
Haven't you heard of prohibition? Booze is illegal.
Well, not for medicinal purposes. I've been fighting off the flu for 5 long, sleepless days and nights now. It's been a hell of a tussle. I like the way you drink.
Why? Because I don't lift my pinky in the air?
No, because you don't insist on making some stupid toast, you know, like here's mud in your eye.
Or the ever-popular chin-chin.
You know, once I had to shadow this saloon keeper in San Francisco back when I was Pinkerton.
Is this a story you've told before?
Well, yeah, it's one of my best.
Then I don't want to hear it.
What? Why not? Everybody else in this stupid-ass town does.
I only want to hear new material. Got any?
Yeah, I got tons, but, well, maybe we ought to talk about you for a while.
Oh, that's boring.
I'll be the judge of that. You got 30 seconds.
Raised in New Orleans and New York. Joined a publishing firm when I was 18. Had an abortion when I was 19. Married the guy anyway when I was 20. We went to Europe. That was fun. He's a writer, too. He came to Hollywood. That's boring. He got me a job reading scripts at MGM to keep me out of trouble. Is my time up?
What do you mean he's a writer, too?
Like me.
What makes you so sure you're a writer?
You'll laugh.
Take a chance. What have you written?
Well, nothing that's very good. Actually, I'm a failed poet, journalist, and humorist.
Oh, I think you're very humorous.
You just want to get into my pants. You don't have to lie to do that.
Lady, I never lie. I used to, but you don't want to hear about that.
Why do you have a chauffeur? I mean, if I owned a car like this, I'd want to drive it myself all day long.
I don't own it. The studio rents it for me. And I have a chauffeur because I had a little accident behind the wheel of an army ambulance.
Can I drive it now?
A little spin around the block?
Anywhere you want to go.
My place, as soon as possible.
Come and sit up front with me and give directions so we don't waste any more time.
Morning. Hi. I left hot coffee on the stove.
Bless you.
So did you have a good time?
Uh-huh.
Oh, bully for you. The high point of my evening was seeing Mr. Zanuck get swacked enough to strip to the waist and do one-handed pull-ups on the nightclub chandelier. Well, time for me to be moseying. You want to finish my coffee?
You're a darling.
Don't forget, we're dining with Benchley and the Stewarts tonight. And is there anything else that you need before I go?
Actually, there was one thing.
Yeah.
A divorce. Doesn't have to be right this minute, of course, but
We agreed we'd go along as we are until...
Until...
I'm happy for you, Lily.
Thank you, Arthur. You're the kindest man I've ever known.
I'm sure you told it well.
I told it brilliantly. Mr. Mayor, I said, this story submission is about Nijinsky, the most famous ballet dancer of all time. Mr. Mayor smiled and said, musical. I said, with drama. It centers on the tortured love-hate relationship between Nijinsky and his manager, Diaghilev, you know, which eventually drove Nijinsky into the madhouse. And in his insanity, Nijinsky became convinced he was a horse. That's when I saw I was blowing it. So then I said real fast, but this picture has a happy ending, Mr. Mayor. Nijinsky wins the Kentucky Derby.
You didn't really say that. About winning the Derby.
No, I never got further than explaining it was a love story between two guys. He pointed at the door. As I was leaving, I heard him say, "Who let that girl in here?" Any messages while I was gone?
Not the one you mean.
Oh. 10 days, Mel, you know. I'm burning bridges here, and not even a phone call after that night. On top of which, I'm probably going to get fired for recommending screwball projects.
Not a sin.
Or for circulating a petition to unionize the department.
That's a sin, but they'll ignore it as usual.
Lillian, your lunch date is at the front gate.
I don't have a lunch date. It must be for somebody else.
He says he's Dashiell Hammett. The gate just let him through.
Oh. Well, I've certainly had a busy week.
That's a question. The answer is San Francisco. That's where I was.
Really? What's your name?
Josie?
An old friend, I suppose? Very old, I hope.
Very. My age. Met her when I was in an army hospital after the war. I had a bad bout of TB. She was the nurse in my ward. I suppose you don't want to hear that story.
I think I know it. Florence Nightingale takes a soldier out of a sick bed into her own bed.
And they were married and had 2 little girls.
And none of them understand you.
You shouldn't try to do sarcasm. You know you're no good at it.
Well, I'll just practice it till I get good at it.
What are you so ruffled about? You're married, too.
Yeah, but I told you about that before we went to bed.
Well, you wouldn't let me tell you anything, as you may recall.
Okay, look. We're both grown-ups. It was just a harmless roll in the hay, not the first or the last for either of us, so, hey.
Look, we haven't lived together as a family for years. I flew up there because my daughter was sick. And I kept thinking about you the whole time, Lily. It's the damnedest thing.
God, I love a man with a full head of hair. Promise me you'll never go bald.
I'll do my best.
What's that? You got a funny kind of a dent.
Used to be a big old hole. And some bitch cracked me with a brick.
Why'd you do that?
That was my own fault. I was tailing him too close.
You know what'd be fun? If you went back to the Pinkertons, solved a case or two.
Fun for who?
For me. So I could watch you in action, see how you do it.
You've already seen me in action.
No, don't change the subject. I'm giving you a chance to tell me your best, no. Tell me your worst Pinkerton experience.
My worst story. Well, I had this job up in Montana once. It was a labor dispute for a mine. They brought us in to secure the peace.
You were a strike breaker?
No. I mean, we busted a few heads for a paycheck, no questions asked. One day, this mine manager comes up to me, offers to buy me beer. And out of the blue, he breaks out $5,000 cash, wants me to assassinate a labor chief named Frank Little.
Did you do it?
I paid for my beer, shoved the money back in his lap, and went out behind the place and puked my guts out. Now, that's a story I never told before.
Number is 9.
How many weeks have we been together now?
9.
9. There's a message from heaven. 9 is definitely the number.
9 in the field.
There you go. Raps.
This keeps up, I'm gonna have to tell Paramount to double my salary again.
Place your bets, please.
Lord,
Gentlemen, those hard ways are working.
where'd you come from?
Off on the hard ways. Place your bets. Back up with the odds, sir. There you are. All right. Dollar, you're 11. You're 11. $1.
I didn't know your mother worked here.
Amazing hips. What would you say to the idea of a little threesome tonight? Just wanted to see how far a nice Jewish girl would go.
Good table, Mr. Colbert.
Arthur!
You see, that's disgusting. Flirting with your husband in a public place.
Soon to be ex. Doesn't that make it better? Hey, if you're into a threesome tonight, we could always ask Arthur home with us. Just wanted to see how far a nice, goyish boy would go.
Arthur, what news do you bring?
The barbarians are within the gates. In fact, they own this whole damn town. How are the dice running?
Very erratic. Would you mind guarding my chips and my girl for me? I seem to be in need of a little more courage, Suppose there's a hole in my glass, Lilly?
That man can hold more booze than a bootlegger's boat.
Good line. Is it original?
My, are we irritable tonight?
Good night, sweet prince. You bastard. Yes?
I didn't say a thing.
Have we been evicted or what?
I'm gonna visit my aunts in New Orleans. Sweet little old ladies. They miss me.
I will too.
And what is it that you like to do when you're in New York?
Oh, this and that.
Well, I live on the west side of the park now, man. Next time you're back in New York, we ought to get together.
What's wrong with right now? Excuse me. Dash. A handful of flowers isn't gonna fix what's wrong between us. Oh, are they both for me?
Lady, they're all for you. We have a whole truckload outside.
Then bring them in.
You like them?
I'm gonna open my own botanical garden.
Well, that's how much I miss you. Do you miss me?
Yes, damn it.
Damn it, Hammett. That's me. When are you coming back?
I don't know.
You don't know when or you don't know if?
I don't know. I'll be in touch.
No satisfying some gals, is there?
What?
You're better off without her. I mean, once a ball buster, always a ball buster.
What the hell do you know about it?
Come here!
Room 139.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Fine. And you?
Fine. How's New Orleans?
Fine.
And your, sweet little old aunties?
They're fine. The train trip was fine. The cab driver who just dropped me off was fine. Can we cut the crap? What's all this about?
This? Nothing much. Just took a long, hard look at myself.
What did you say?
Drunk. Gambling, whoring, meaningless wisecracking, pissing away money drunk, that kind of drunk. Now he's taking to beating up women, woman beating drunk. He messed that up. Couldn't land a square punch. Busted the place up pretty good, though.
Among other things. She do that?
No. Landed in my face, so they say. Calm down, dry out, and straighten up. Yeah.
Ash, look at me. Look at me.
I thought I lost you.
You didn't lose me. You'll never lose me. Hello. Yes, I'd like to place another call to Ashland, Kentucky, please.
Keep it down, huh?
Dashiell Hammett, America's leading detective fiction writer and creator of Sam Spade, the hard-boiled private eye. Make your hair stand on end with the adventures of Sam Spade. Sam Spade Detective Agency.
Why don't you listen to the radio, Pop?
I think I know how the story turns out.
I bet you do. Your girlfriend just called.
Any message?
Do I look like your social secretary, Mr. Hammett?
Dear Chairman Wood, as you know, I am under subpoena to appear for your friggin' committee. Scotch, no water, no ice.
Lillian.
Bob!
I thought that was you.
Oh, my God, how are you?
Oh, me? I'm tip-top. How's Dash doing?
Oh, you know him. Makes a joke out of it. He writes me letters like he's at summer camp. You've got him cleaning the toilets. He says he's the best at it.
Yeah. Those bastards can't get him down, can they?
No.
So, what brings you to D.C.?
Oh, personal business. And you?
I got subpoenaed by the committee. Yeah. Gave me a real sense of deja vu. Yeah, they tagged me before, you know. Yeah. I was supposed to testify back in '47, right after Lester, but they stopped with him, or it would have been the Hollywood 11 instead of the Hollywood 10.
You upset? Your career was going so well since you won the Oscar.
Screw them. I'm not gonna stand behind the fifth. Tomorrow, those turds up on Capitol Hill, they'll see what a hairy-ass radical really looks like. And after that, who cares? Right. So they'll put me in the clink for a few months. Won't kill me. They kick me out of Hollywood, I'll just make movies in Europe until this country comes to its senses.
But the studios won't distribute any European movies written by blacklisted
And
writers.
I'll just sell dirty postcards in Paris. Anything's better than ratting out your friends, right?
Listening to him, he was so clear about what he was going to say, so unafraid. Wish I could be that brave. I was jealous.
Lillian, Bob Constantine signed a fat 5-year contract with his studio last week, but it was conditioned on his being a cooperative witness.
No, you have him confused with someone else. Bob's going to tell him to shove it, no matter what they do to him.
This morning, in executive session, he named 16 of his closest friends as former communists or fellow travelers, including his own brother-in-law.
So, I decided to write about the two most misunderstood groups in society, criminals and detectives.
Oh, but you make it all sound so exciting.
Exciting? Half the time it's ridiculous. There was this man who'd stolen a Ferris wheel. I never could figure out why. Then there's this Mormon preacher who hired me to track down his 6 missing wives.
Oh, fascinating.
Oh, do go on.
I only met one lady who didn't find it so fascinating.
Oh, impossible. Go on. Tell us more.
Well, there was the Pinkerton op who trailed the wrong man from L.A. to Kansas City.
That's Hammett?
In the flesh.
Wouldn't you love to bang his brains out?
Well, getting shot at definitely does take some getting used to.
Maestro, my name is Dorothy Parker, and I'm here to worship at the altar of your talent.
Oh, Mr. Hammett, you're so wonderfully wonderful. Won't you show us your great big gun?
Knock it off, will ya?
Oh, but why? Can it be that you're finally tired of all these simpering sycophants worshiping at your altar?
That particular sycophant happened to give my last 3 books rave reviews in the New Yorker.
Wow. That's even before she saw your cute little mustache.
What exactly is the problem?
I am tired of playing the role of the great writer's girlfriend. Everybody looks up to you like you're a god, and they look through me like I'm an invisible, inane, talentless, tertiary tootsie.
Good vocabulary, but did you ever think about being a writer?
Yeah, all the time. At least I work at it as much as I can.
Oh, tap, tap, tapping. Too bad nobody pays you for it.
The hell with you, Hammett. No, if I had your gift, I wouldn't... Oh.
You had my gift. You wouldn't be what?
I wouldn't be pissing it away.
Ah.
We drink all night and nurse hangovers
No.
until cocktail hour the next night. Meanwhile, you're putting your publisher off, telling him you've nearly finished your new book when you haven't even started it.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I do need to go to work. You know how I can tell? We're out of money. You got any cab fare?
Oh, what the hell is happening? Oh, God, how are we gonna live?
Live? Oh, come on, sugar. I work best under pressure. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. No. You all right? We'll get a cab.
We're going for a walk.
Oh, hi. Remember me? Yes, unfortunately you do. Made rather a complete idiot of myself that night, didn't I?
As I recall.
Might have been worse.
How?
Well, when I was making my bow, I might have broken wind.
It's an amazing transformation. I was living with the playboy of the Western world. Now all he wants to do is write. Won't even walk the dog for fear he'll break his concentration. I mean, I've never seen discipline like it.
What do you do when he's shacked up with his muse?
Walk the dog, try to write, feel lonely, and...
Envious. All that passion focused on a blank page instead of you, that son of a bitch. You must feel wonderful.
Yeah. Before his friends ignored me, now he ignores me, and I tiptoe around him while he does it.
I know, dear. It's absolute hell living with a writer. That's why we all want to be one. What's the new book about?
It says it's about us. MGM's already interested in making it into a movie.
Nick? Nicky?
What?
You asleep?
Yes.
Good. I want to talk to you.
Jolly.
Wouldn't you like to do a little detecting once in a while just for fun?
Can't you get to sleep?
No.
Well, maybe if you took a drink, it'll help you.
No, thanks.
Well, maybe it'd help if I took it.
Everybody says you're a grand detective.
Well, they were kidding you.
I'd like to see you work.
Tomorrow morning, I'll get you a whole lot of detective stories.
This is the best. The very best. Nothing could be better.
Are you lying to the fish or just yourself?
What do you mean?
You're vibrating, sister. Emanating waves of itchiness.
Well, you know that story I was writing that was so good? Turned trite when I wasn't looking. So I burned it this morning before you got up.
Oh, Lily. Maybe it's the form. Why don't you try writing a play instead? You'd be right at home.
Why do you say that?
Well, your reactions to life tend to be theatrical.
Screw you.
I'm serious. Think up a subject for a play.
Huh?
Think up a subject for a play.
Well, what, you mean just like that? Maybe it's that simple for you.
Here, I got one for you. You remember that old slander case in Scotland? One with the two school teachers falsely accused of being lesbians?
But that's your project. You were going to write about that.
No, you take it. I'll never get to it. I'll coach you. You could use a little coaching.
But what do I know about private schools in Scotland? And the girl who accused them of perversion, she was from India, wasn't she?
Well, make it Indiana or New England. People and places you know. The background isn't important. It's the theme. It's the story of the damage done by a lie. The trick is to write honestly about lying. You think you can do that?
Is this an example of the kind of coaching you'll provide?
Take it or leave it, sister.
It's a lie. You're telling yourself a lie. We never thought of each other that way.
It's funny. It's all mixed up. There's something in you and you don't know it and don't do anything about it. Suddenly a child gets bored and lies and...
Harvey, should I be looking at her or away at that point?
Let me hear it again.
It's just that maybe I should be turned away a bit. I can't talk to her. It's a lie. You're telling yourself.
Right, this way, tell me.
Dash, isn't it thrilling? I'm so glad for her, I don't even have a smart-ass remark to commemorate the occasion.
Cinderella at the ball. It's kind of sad in a way. I'll never feel this good again.
Oh, Lillian, that was great. Congratulations. Hold it. Hold it. Tomorrow morning, this is the headline in my column all over America. Move over, Eugene O'Neill. Hellman hits Broadway like a howitzer.
Yes, it was hard work, but I had a lot of help and encouragement from my friends. One in particular. Oh, Dottie, have you seen Dash?
He said it was your night and went toddling off to bed.
Times Review's good.
They're all good. Aren't I the lucky girl?
Uh-oh. Is there a martyr in the house?
So this is gonna turn out to be my fault, is it?
Fault? Why should it be anybody's fault? We're both adults. Ah, hell, I'm going to bed.
You've been to bed. Smell like you fell into a vat of cheap perfume.
Sometimes cheap is nice for a change.
I sat through 1,001 boring evenings for you. You couldn't give me one.
I didn't think you'd miss me.
You didn't give a damn. Why do you trash every good thing that comes along in your life?
Ah, it beats the hell out of me. Some people are just perverse.
There were at least 100 guys I could have gone to bed with last night.
All in good time, my dear, all in good time.
Oh, I see. So this was just, an episode. Now it's time for me to...
Yeah, fly away, sister.
That's not what you want. It's not what I want.
You don't know what you want. From now on, your whole world's gonna change. It's gonna explode with opportunity and excitement. What do you want to be tied down to a broken down old fart like me for, huh?
But it's not any fun. None of it means anything unless you're there. Don't you know that?
Oh, you're gonna be so sorry.
It might work. Hollis, get Miss Hellman's letter over to the committee right away. Now, we can't count on their accepting your offer, so there's some things that I need to clarify. You joined a lot of organizations in the 30s. You signed a whole lot of public petitions.
It was the least I could do. There was a lot wrong with the country. President Roosevelt estimated that 1/3 of the nation went to sleep hungry every night. Negroes were being lynched in Mississippi, Jews butchered in Nazi Germany, women and children strafed in Spain. But for a handful of us, the money was pouring in. Dash and I were the king and queen of Hollywood. Oh, how are you?
Good.
Oh, dear. Dash, this is Mel Berman. This is Dashiell Hammett. Well, Mel and I used to slave over script synopses in the old days that no one ever read. So I hear you're a writer now.
Just finished a Buccaneer epic for Tide Power. But that'll be our secret. Zanuck gave away my screenplay credit to his ski instructor.
Oh, dear.
Well, some things never change in this town.
Well, maybe they can. A bunch of writers have been talking about forming a guild to guarantee minimum wages and credit for what we do.
That's called a union. Studio bosses will bust your heads before they let that happen.
We'll see.
Hey, I used to be the rabble-rouser in the old days.
Well, we were finally roused. There's a meeting tonight. We'd like both of you to come. We figure if the hot writers who command the highest salaries lead the way.
When and where?
I better warn you, Dash is right. The studio bosses are threatening to blackball anyone who supports us. They'll say you're commies.
Well, I've been called worse.
Marxism is based on a few simple but earth-shaking concepts. From each according to his ability, to each according to his needs.
Would that include Hollywood agents?
Dash.
I'll donate $1,000.
Not yet, Dash. I haven't finished making my pitch yet. The exploitation of the working man must come to an end. It is possible to live in a world where there is compassion and dignity for all.
Making a fool of yourself and me for the umpteenth damn time.
Wait
Humiliating.
Wait a second. This is ridiculous. She's a Marxist, for God's sake. I was just trying to explain the situation in Spain to her.
Oh, that star-humping piece of trash doesn't care about Spain.
Franco.
She only comes to these study lessons to pick up drunken old farts like you.
Just one more, please.
God damn it, get off my coat.
Subjects Hellman and Hammett, part of the meeting at 10:05 p.m. Those two don't usually leave until the bar closes.
Well, what about the goo-goo eyes you were making at old Jets at dinner last night?
Clifford needed some help with his new play. He's got writer's block.
Writer's block, yeah. He's got writer's block when he's writing. You know how many times I've been laid with that one?
Oh, do me a favor. Don't tell me. If you weren't always catting around town shooting your wad with anything in skirts, so there's nothing left for me.
There you go, exaggerating again.
Oh, yeah? When was the last time you and me had a roll in the hay, huh? You're either too drunk or too tired. It's worse than being married.
Oh, Don't start that up again.
It's true. I'm divorced for years and you're still married.
I can't even remember the last time I saw Josie.
I get all the bad stuff that goes with being a wife, and none of the goodies a so-called friggin' mistress is entitled to.
So what did the doctor say?
His diagnosis was too much. Too much booze, too much cigarettes, too much stress, too much messing around with too many men.
You could always give up sauces.
The good doctor and Dash agree on one thing. They both think I'm trying to compete with Dash.
In what way?
In every way. Dash says I'm out to be a she-Hammett.
Where is the tall one, incidentally?
Gone to get my birthday present.
Oh, goody. Tiffany's or Saks?
Tijuana. Got this idea out of the blue. Just gonna get a divorce.
Perfect gift for the girl who has everything. If that's what you really want.
They'll be landing in a moment.
Hooray.
You look so sad, as if a loved one were departing.
You sound like a mortician.
No. Actually, I sell insurance.
That's worse. Who told you to sit down?
I can go, if you want me to.
I hate making decisions. You're not gonna make a toast of some sort, are you?
Why not? This could be an auspicious occasion.
Flight 349 from Tijuana, now arriving at Gate 3.
It's definitely not an auspicious occasion. More like a hit-run accident. You handle that kind of policy?
Short-term coverage? I'm a specialist.
We'll see.
Sweet?
Sweetheart. Darling.
Thank you.
Oh, Mary.
Yes, I did.
Now for the Town Hall news. A Town Hall Award goes to Strong Arm Murphy, the first man to break one of those little bombs in a movie theater and have nothing happen.
You know, Fred Allen may be the funniest man alive. I can't figure out why.
Sorry I didn't meet you at the airport.
Car trouble? Forgot the time? Or it just slipped your mind entirely?
It's like Fred Allen. I don't know why. Does everything go all right?
Well, depends on your point of view. I mean, I'm definitely divorced, if that's what you mean. Let's see what else. Oh, agent called me Sunday night, so you know it can't be good news. Studios dropped me, effective immediately.
You have a contract.
Yeah, they said I breached it. Late delivery on the story. Agent thinks it's because I signed that petition for the Screenwriters Guild. It's time I was out of here anyhow. The concierge booked me on the train to New York.
Make it for two. I can finish the script there.
How do you feel about traveling across state lines with an unmarried man?
It's sinful.
You feel like getting married? I do.
Famous last words.
It's not an answer.
Somehow, just now, it doesn't feel right, you know?
Okay, forget it.
Hey, can't you take a rain check?
Well, took us 10 years to get this far. Why rush things, huh?
She's a bitch. She's an unrelenting, evil bitch. And I adore her. Regina's the best character you've ever written. I bet we can get Tallulah to play the part in a hot second.
So you're willing to put the play on?
Of course. I've got one show to do first, and then I'm all yours.
No, I can't wait, Harvey. It's got to go into production immediately.
You can't wait 6 months? What's the big hurry?
I need money, a lot of it, right away. Dash hasn't been well.
Is it his drinking?
He doesn't have a drinking problem. Where'd you hear that? No, he's just so engaged politically. He can't say no to anyone, so he's exhausted, and his health's never been that strong.
I'm sorry to hear that, but what's it got to do with this?
I've got to get him out of the city. There's a farm upstate I want to buy, a place where he can get better. So, if you can't put the play on right now...
If it means that much to you, I'll get out of the other commitment.
Thank you, Harvey. You're a dear.
Damn Nazi sub sank another British freighter.
Sit still.
You sure you know what you're doing?
My contented customers include Vincent van Gogh.
Ah, this is better. I'm gonna have to give you a real big tip.
Don't talk dirty to the barber. I think you're gonna like this.
Let me see. No question about it. You really know how to trim a man.
Dash, I have the feeling we're gonna live here always.
Well, let's drink to that.
Not for me.
Hey, you're falling behind, Missy. I had to finish your last highball for you.
That was my last one. For a while. I'm on the wagon.
Ooh. New Year's resolutions in gym? What brought this about?
I was talking to Zilborg.
Aha. And what did Freud's gift to the Upper East Side have to say?
Said I was an alcoholic. I said, no, I'm not. I asked him to define an alcoholic. He said it's someone who always has a drink before they go to a party.
Look, I congratulate you on your little epiphany, Lily. But no lectures, please.
No, I don't want to get on a soapbox, darling. I simply realized how much of my own creative energy is dissipated by booze and my blackouts. Well, let's just say it's been muddying our lives. Who knows? Maybe you'd be writing if you weren't so constant.
We're out of gin. Over there. Send the word to beware. that the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming, the drums rum-tumming
Dash, I'm
everywhere.
driving.
And I'm singing the songs that enabled us to win World War I. Now, that was my war, Lily. World War I. This could be my war, too, World War II. But no. Well, bastards say I'm too old. 48.
Stop feeling so sorry for yourself.
Well, who's gonna do it if I don't? You? Chilly Lilly? Whose heart bleeds only for the Soviet peasant and the narcissistic monsters in your plays?
Up yours, Hammett.
Can't take the truth. Wait. Hello!
No! Stop it! Gee! Oh, for God's sake, you nearly killed both of us!
You see that? There's a hotel where we made love once. Right there. That's it.
What, you mean a million years ago, that one?
Come on, let's get around. We can register as Mr. and Mrs.
I'm driving back to the farm. You're gonna sleep it off.
All right, then come on in the back seat. Come on, let's get in the
No!
back. Come on!
Don't! You're disgusting!
You turning me down? Only publishers and producers are allowed to turn me down, Miss Hellman. You'll never get another chance.
Where the hell are you going? Dash, don't be so stupid. Get back in the car. Don't do this. Don't be a fool.
Morning, Lily. Lovely morning, isn't it?
I hadn't noticed. You all right?
Never better. That coffee hot? Oh, I should have called. That was thoughtless of me, but I've had a lot to do.
What the hell are you so happy about? And who stole your mustache?
Uncle Sam. Haven't you read the papers? They extended the enlisted age to 50. So, I marched right down there and signed up.
For what?
The Army, Lily. I've enlisted. They took me. They took me.
Are you crazy? I mean, that would be committing suicide. A man in your condition.
Be very careful now. This is the happiest day of my life. Don't spoil it for me.
It burns! Burn!
Dear Lily, the other guys call me Pop, and the hurdles seem a bit higher than they used to be, but all us GIs love to complain. As ever, Dash. My dearest Lilishka, the Aleutian Islands are colder than Louis B. Mayer's heart. Somehow the colonel got the idea of a writer, so he put me in charge of the base newspaper. I've just assembled my staff, and 2 of them are Negroes, perhaps making this the first racially integrated unit in the U.S. Army. The nearest woman is 500 miles away, so you can imagine how very much I miss you. Love, Dash. Hi, Missy.
So you're not drinking?
No, I gave it up for the duration. Who knows? I may never start up again.
Mind if I do?
No, it's your house.
So Bennett and Phyllis demanded that I let them know the moment you arrive. Everybody's been asking after you.
I'm not ready to start up with all that nonsense, Lily. So, how's life been going on the home front?
Oh, you know, usual. I have been going down to Washington now and then to meet a new friend. He's in the diplomatic corps, and,
No
you know...
gory details, please. And I won't bore you with my tales of rutting amongst the Eskimo squaws.
So what are your plans?
Not sure yet. Uncle Sam's been running my life so long I'm a little rusty. I had assumed, though, that I'd be staying here.
Oh, this is your home, of course. But I am writing a new play. You know how I get then.
Yeah.
Oh, Willie Wyler called this morning. Paramount wants him to make Sidney Kingsley's new play, The Detective Story, into a movie.
How nice for Willie and Sid.
Maybe you, too. Willie wants you to fly to the coast, write the screenplay. He says there's no one can do it any better.
Do I smell a put-up job here?
Well, I may be entitled to a small agent's commission. Of course, I didn't commit you in any way. I don't want to undercut your negotiating position with the studio. But they want Bogart to star, and Willie said, Bo, he'd love to work with you again, and I think the sky's the limit.
I can't do that kind of stuff anymore, Lily.
Whatever you say. How are you fixed for money?
I'm okay. CBS wants to put Sam Spade's adventures on the radio.
Oh, they want you to write the stories?
No, they use the old material and make up some new ones. All I have to do is sell the rights and my good name and cash the royalty checks.
So you're just planning to hang around and...
Well, hedges look like they could use a little trimming. And I got an idea kicking around for a new novel. Not that anybody gives a damn after 14 years of silence.
What's it about? Is it a mystery novel?
No, it's a real book.
I could fix up the sunroom as a workspace for you.
Well, you know me, once I get rolling, doesn't matter where I am. Night, Lily. It's good to be home.
Do you think this is a mistake? Do you think this looks good on me?
God was remiss in not making you a blonde right from the start. How's the new play coming?
Fine.
Hey, tell me, one little girl to another. Are you getting any lately?
Not from Dash. We still live together most of the time, but... Well, first I thought it was an adjustment period after the Army.
Maybe he froze it off in the Aleutians.
No, it was before that. Turned him down once.
Think he's got another woman?
No. Oh, he might be banging a hooker or some little co-ed now and then, but... No, there's no one else. For either of us. Can I ask you something? Promise you won't make a joke of this. I don't know what to do. I mean, what if we never sleep together ever again? Suppose Dash just doesn't want me. Ever again.
He loves you. He's a complicated son of a bitch.
Ain't that the truth?
You gonna stick with that title, The Autumn Garden? It's good.
The title or the play?
Well, the play is probably the best damn thing anybody's written in years.
You really think so?
There's no question. It's a home run, Lily. It's an almost perfect play. I'm proud of you.
Why almost perfect?
Well, we can talk about that later.
Now.
There you go. Can't you just take a little praise and enjoy that for the moment?
Professor Hammett's correcting papers. I only get an A-.
Forget it. It's not that significant.
Then why'd you even mention it?
You'll get it on the next rewrite.
Oh, so now I'm gonna totally rewrite this almost perfect piece of crap.
It's that one little speech right at the end there. It's very crucial. You know, where Griggs comes to...
Oh, you're not still harping on that thing. I've written 24 versions of that speech.
It's still not right, and you know it. You'll get it on the next go-round.
Screw you. You get it.
Lily. The turning point in your life, the someday you counted on when you'd do the work you'd never done, doesn't come suddenly. You trained yourself for it while you waited, or you let it run past you and frittered yourself away. I've frittered myself away.
So, reviews were good, business is good, life is good.
Even Hollywood loves me again this week.
Film rights to the play sold?
Not a nibble. But Columbia offered me a 4-picture deal to write and produce over the next 6 years.
Renews my faith in the Philistines.
Only one catch. They want me to sign a loyalty oath. Just a formality.
A formality, a frigging outrage. To ask any person to sign a piece of paper swearing that they're a good American. What did you tell them?
To shove it. My agent tells me all the studios are requiring it now.
They're gathering stones for the witch hunt, Lily.
I know. Dash says he's certain one of the students in his writing class is an FBI agent.
No. Why doesn't he toss out the son of a bitch?
Well, Dash says he would, but the guy happens to be his best student.
You know, when I was a Pinkerton man, they taught us to play a straight game. Be tenacious but objective. Always ready to take risks, but never unnecessarily. And above all, watch out for situations that violate your integrity. Well, I figure those are pretty good rules for a writer, too.
Mr. Hammett. That's a subpoena requiring you to appear before the U.S. District Court here in Manhattan.
Well, the plot thickens, boys.
Sir. You've been subpoenaed because several convicted officers of the American Communist Party have failed to appear for sentencing.
What does all this have to do with him?
You're a trustee of the Defense Fund of the Civil Rights Congress?
Is that a crime?
Hey, folks, I'm on your side. But, Mr. Hammett, it looks like you're the guy that's been left holding the bag.
For what exactly?
Those people your organization raised bail for have disappeared. The judge is holding the defense fund responsible for their whereabouts.
What does he think? I got him hiding in my closet? He's welcome to come and look. I don't know where the hell they are.
Yeah, problem is the judge has got it into his head that somebody who gave money to the defense fund might know. So he's going to ask you to divulge the names of all contributors.
What happens if I say no? Want to hear something funny?
The sooner the better.
I've never even been to the bail fund's offices. Wouldn't even know where they're located. Someone called me last year, asked if they could use my name, said it'd spruce up their letterhead, so I said, sure, why not?
Then this list of names the judge wants?
Well, that's the funny part. I don't have a list of names. I don't even know where to find them.
I'm scared, Dash.
Oh, Lily. Maybe this is one of those times helps you figure out what you're made of.
But you just said yourself, you don't know any damn names.
It's not about that. This is about the big guys kicking the stew out of the little guys. Same old story. You're either on one side or the other.
You're not particularly well, you know.
You don't have to pass a physical to get into jail. I can do this time with my socks on. Can I ask you one special favor, though?
Anything.
Please don't come into court with me, okay? Press will make a circus out of this if you're there. Will you do that for me? That's my girl.
Can't sleep.
Me neither.
Any room for me over there?
Yeah, thought you'd never ask.
Federal prosecutor persuaded the judge to deny bail at any amount.
Oh, so what happens now?
They're transporting him to Ashland Federal Prison in Kentucky.
Well, they can't do that. He just walked into court yesterday morning.
The judge is really turning the screws. He wants to force Mr. Hammett to obey the court.
We can still file the appeal. And if we win, we can still get it. What's wrong?
There's no money for an appeal. This afternoon, the Internal Revenue Service slapped a lien on all Mr. Hammett's assets for back taxes.
The movie you wrote during the war about the Russians, called The North Star, it's been cited by the Un-American Activities Committee as one of the most blatant pieces of pure communist propaganda ever perpetrated by Hollywood.
It was pro-Soviet propaganda. The President of the United States personally asked me to write it. You see, the Russians were our allies then. FDR wanted help promoting public support for them.
Yes, Hollis, come in.
We just got word back from the chief counsel of the committee. They've rejected Miss Hellman's offer.
Will they allow us to enter her letter as part of the official record?
They refused, and they also forbid us or Miss Hellman from publicly releasing her letter.
All right. Thank you.
Does this mean I'm going to jail?
There is that possibility.
Three more witnesses today.
You better call the office, okay?
Quiet, please. Next witness will be Miss Lillian Hellman. Quiet! No more photos now. Quiet, quiet.
Look this way, Miss Hellman.
No more photos now.
Please.
Miss Hellman will please rise and take the oath.
Miss Hellman, do you deny the statement made by Mr. Martin Berkeley?
I'd be most willing to discuss these matters, but if I could refer to my recent letter to the committee.
That request has previously been considered and rejected.
Gentlemen, I am a writer. I have worked very hard over this letter. It deals precisely with what you wish to discuss.
What letter is she talking about?
In other words, Miss Hellman, you intend not to answer any questions regarding participation by other persons in activities of the Communist Party.
Well, as I stated in my letter...
Counsel, am I the only one in the dark here? Does anybody have a copy of this letter?
Right here, sir.
That's not necessary. Mr. Rao.
Over here.
Mr. Rao, we've already ruled on that. Mr. Rao.
Over here.
What this mysterious letter says.
I'd be pleased to read it aloud.
All right.
Congressman, if I may object.
Dear Mr. Chairman, I was raised in an old-fashioned American tradition, and certain things were taught to me. To try to tell the truth, not to harm my neighbor, and to be loyal to my country. It is my belief that you will agree with these simple rules of human decency and not expect me to violate the good American tradition from which they spring. I am most willing to testify as to my own opinions and actions, regardless of any risks to myself. But I am advised by counsel that if I answer questions about myself, I will have waived my rights under the Fifth Amendment and could be forced legally to answer questions about others. If I refuse to do so, I can be cited for contempt. This is very difficult for a layman to understand. But there is one principle I do understand. I am not willing, now or in the future, to bring bad trouble to people who, in my past association with them, were completely innocent of any talk or action that was disloyal or subversive. I am prepared to waive the privilege against self-incrimination and tell you everything you wish to know about my views or actions if the committee will refrain from asking me to name other people. To hurt innocent people in order to save myself is, to me, inhuman, indecent, and dishonorable. I cannot and will not cut my conscience to fit this year's fashions. What's going on? What happens now?
We run like hell and don't look back.
But is it over? I mean, aren't they going to cite me or whatever it
They
is?
made a big mistake by allowing your letter to go public.
Well, so did we win or did we lose?
I'll tell you tomorrow morning.
Why then?
Well, if the New York Times headline says Hellman pleads Fifth Amendment, then we lost. But if it says Lillian Hellman stands on conscience, refuses to name others, then maybe we accomplished something in here today.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. North America and all the ships at sea. This is Walter Winchell in New York. Let's go to press. Item, Scummunist writer Dashiell Hammett, who's been pondering his political perfidy in the federal pen, is about to be paroled into the waiting arms of his favorite fellow traveler, pinko playwright Lillian Hellman. Not since Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun have there been such a pair. Made possible because the Un-American Activities Committee did not slam her in the slammer.
You never look better.
Neither of you.
Liar.
Takes one to know one.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Mazel tov. Oh, I'm so glad for both of you.
Thanks, Lily. And having you and Dash here makes it absolutely perfect. He's gained back a little weight.
Well, not enough. He's still not well.
How was yours?
Oh, that was a fiasco. First of all, I had to beg the State Department to get a passport. Then when I finally got to London and wrote the damn screenplay, using a phony name, the producer stiffed me. Wouldn't even pay me my bargain basement blacklisted price.
Was the weather good?
Now I remember why I divorced you.
You need some punch in your punch.
No, this is fine.
Don't tell me you're on the wagon. Oh, what's the secret? I always wonder how people do that.
Well, all it takes is a little character.
Knew there was a catch to it.
So he really quit drinking?
He went on a bender, and the doctor put the fear of God in him.
What were the magic words?
I guarantee you will be dead within 2 months if you do not stop drinking immediately and permanently, unquote.
Well, there's a sawbones who doesn't beat around the bush.
Nice day for a wedding. Thought maybe you and Lily might decide to make it a double header.
No, I never do that to someone I like.
Why not? There's a rumor going around two can live as cheaply as one. I'll stake you to a marriage license.
It's funny, whenever one of us was interested in the idea of marriage, the other one wasn't.
I've made a list of all the people who you've loaned money to. And I've drafted a letter asking them to pay you back.
Well, it's a waste of time. None of them will write back. They're all bastards.
Then why'd you loan them money?
Because they needed it, Lily.
May I be of assistance?
No, thank you.
Lily?
Oh, hello, Harvey. Well, may I show you something nice in cashmere for your wife?
My God, I thought you and Dash were living up at the farm.
Oh, no. That was sold years ago. So I've been working here. Under another name, of course, so the IRS won't confiscate my salary. They slapped a tax lien on my assets, you know.
And Dash?
Dash is in the hospital. He's had a flare-up of TB. He's had that for years.
Lily, what can I do?
You know, I've been meaning to call you. I've had an idea.
For a new play?
An old one.
The revival of Miss Hellman's celebrated drama, The Children's Hour, is a powerful indictment of the present.
Mm-hmm.
The eerie specter of McCarthyism looms over this brilliantly acted production. Couldn't you find anything nice to say?
And the trib's even better. You know, if this play is a hit, I think we're going to get the IRS off our backs.
And I'd drink to that if I was a drinking man. Congratulations, Lily.
Oh, honey.
Hey, you two. Caught you. I hear the opening of your new show went well, Lillian?
Very well.
How'd you like to take this fellow off our hands?
Oh, well, that would be fine.
Good timing, Doc.
Now, you get a good night's rest, Dash, or I may change my mind. Walk you out, Lillian?
Yeah. Bye, baby. Mr. Hammett. I'm so excited. We have friends who have a cottage up in Martha's Vineyard, and they're going away for the summer to Europe, so
We have to talk.
What? Is it the TB?
No, the TB's in complete remission. But it is his lungs. It's cancer.
Oh. Well, When he's stronger, I suppose you'll do it.
Lillian, it's both lungs. There's nothing we can do.
How long?
Hard to say. I just wanted to speak with you before telling him.
Oh, no, you mustn't tell him. You see, Dash poses as a cynic, but he lives on hope. So you mustn't take that away from him.
But how can you be with him every day without letting on?
Dash always said I was the best liar he'd ever met. I don't see any point of putting up the feeder now. The birds will all be flying south any day now.
Well, no reason to starve them out until they go. What are you looking at?
Wish I'd known you as a child.
I was the same, only shorter. Something bothering you?
No, just the usual. I need money and, you know, I haven't got a good idea for a play. And probably never will again.
Well, I could have come to the table feeling much better.
No, it's too late now.
Beats me how one man can catch the flu so many times in the same winter. It's a wonder you haven't caught it.
It's because I eat my greens. You know what tomorrow is?
It's too early for Groundhog's Day.
It's our anniversary.
The hell it is.
The day, or the night anyway, we met 30 years ago.
Isn't that something? 30 years. Some official marriages don't make it that long. A couple wars did, of course.
Screw you, Hammett.
Well, did you get me a present?
You'll have to wait and see.
I didn't get you one. Do you mind?
We still got time.
Stores are closed. Plus, I didn't get my allowance this week.
Well, I'll settle for 30 seconds of sweet talking. Ready, set, go.
Oh, come on, Lily. You know how I feel about you. Too late in the game to get all mushy-gushy about it. Right?
You still got 20 seconds left.
Well, how about if I hum a few bars of Embraceable You?
You're impossible. Oh.
So where's this present you promised me? Oh, Lily. These are something.
Good for your bird watching.
And girl watching, too.
There's a letter with them.
Huh?
There's a letter.
A letter? Oh, that's what all the typing was about last night. Is it a letter to me?
A letter from you.
On this 30th anniversary of the beginning of everything, I, Samuel Dashiell Hammett, wish to state, he should have been a lawyer, I state the love that started on that long ago day was greater than all love anywhere, anytime. And all poetry cannot surpass it. I did not then know what treasure I had, and thus occasionally violated the grandeur of this bond, for which I regret. What but an unknown force could have given me, a sinner, this woman. Praise God. You want me to sign this? Happy anniversary, Lily.
And many, many more. He would not have wanted many words today. He believed that words too often took the place of thought, and almost always took the place of action. Never, in all the years, did he ever play anybody's game but his own. He never lied. He never faked. He seemed to me to be a great man.
You have to understand the government's position, Miss Hellman. We try to be sensitive to the temper of citizens of this country, and we're simply suggesting that under the circumstances, other arrangements would be more, well, appropriate.
Appropriate. Let me get this straight. Mr. Hammett was an American soldier who served with honor in both World Wars. His wish was to be buried in Arlington National Cemetery. Is the government going to deny him that right to a final resting place among his fellow servicemen? Because if you are, then of course I'm going to have to call a press conference and let all the citizens of the country know of your decision.
It was only a suggestion. Good day.
Blanca toothpaste. Blanca's special combination of gentle cleansers banishes those stains. So use Blanca and wake up your smile.
And now, we return to tonight's fabulous feature film, Dashiell Hammett, The Thin Man.
I got a hunch.
You think we're hiding there?
I don't know, but this thing's giving me the itch. I'm going to find out.
Nick, I won't have you going down there.
Hey, it was you that got me into this.
No, I know, but this is different. He's a crazy man. He might kill you.
He won't kill me. I've got acid to protect me.
All right, go ahead. Go on, see if I can. But I think it's a dirty trick to bring me all the way to New York just to make a widow of me.
You wouldn't be a widow long.
You bet I would.
Not with all your money. Well, any port in a storm.